Hello YouTube, well this is, I'm filming this at the end of day 6. What I'm going to show you is the afternoon of day 6, and the reason is because it kept raining and raining and raining and raining, and then it suddenly stopped, and I thought great, we can do a little bit. So I did a little bit, but I forgot to film this bit to tell you what we're on. So this is actually day 6, afternoon if you like. We're continuing with day 6, so enjoy. Well, that's it. That's the end of the laggy, the floor joists. They're in, you can see them. Yeah, we're all in now. However, I have come on a little tiny problem. My plan was to now start the floor, the walls. And you can see I've got the nice platform here ready to build the first wall on and raise it here. That was my plan, to raise this wall and that corner wall and then work down across there and work my way around. However, as I come into a slight problem is the fact that my circular saw has broken the basically the thing that holds the disc on the rotor, and it's a left-handed thread, so it's very, very difficult to remove the bolt. So it's original devolt, and that means it's a nightmare to get parts for here. It wasn't, now it is under sanctions, and so I will fix it because it's an original and it's an old one, and I really like it, but for now I've had to order in another one, a Chinese thing that'll do the job. It's okay, it's a battery operated, so it's an upgrade from what I was using. So that should be arriving in the next few days or weeks. Up here it takes about 2 weeks for post to get here from Moscow or from St. Petersburg. So sometimes it's quicker, sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's longer. So I've got to do something else while I'm waiting. There's always something you can do on buildings, isn't it? It's never-ending tasks. So what can I do? So I'll show you, turn you around and show you what my plan is for now. Plan is to get all these studs in all across here. All the studs have got to be put in. Pretty much, there's 3 lots here, 3 lots there. You got it, lots and lots of them. But there's also something else I can be doing. If you look on some of these joists here, you can see that it is slightly proud here. You see that there? That's slightly proud, and that gives, I'll show you if I can get a better angle. You see it's slightly proud. This timber is slightly bigger than the other timbers, so what I've got to do, I've got to get a Rubanak, which is a plane, electric plane, and just knock that off there, because what happens is the wall's going to go on there eventually, and when the wall goes on, if you've got a gap like this, guess what's going to come through there? All the air. It's going to be insulated, but all the air will come through there. As you can see, I'll show you now the level. You can see we're dead on level there. I'll show you. We're dead on level, and the other way as well probably is, yeah, is dead on level as well. So we're okay, but I have to take that off there. I have to take that off there. Otherwise it's a problem. And anywhere else that this has happened as well, There's one over here I've already took mental note of, where I've put in these already. There's one there, look, has to have a little bit shaved off, and there, a little bit shaved off. Nothing serious, but it all has to be done, all these little jobs. So I'm not short of work while I'm here. There's all that's going on. Once that's done and all the studs are all in, then I can get on with building the walls. But for now, I'm not going to do the, well, I could make the basic frames of the walls, but I can't put in the diagonal bracing, I can't put the header bracing in, anything like that. So I've got to, I really need that circular saw to arrive. Anyway, it's late in the evening now, and I'm going to do a little bit more, and then I'm going to clear off. I'll show you the Rubanak, the electric plane. That's the Soviet one that's going to bring out now, and just knock those edges off there while I'm here. I'll give you a look at that. So this is the old Soviet era plane. It's a bit like modern ones. You've got the same thing on there to raise or lower the blade, and a depth gauge. And you've got a blower on this so it doesn't blow it in your face, so you can change the thing. It doesn't work very well, but the quality of this thing is unbelievable. Much better than anything. Even proper professional tools is much better. It's much easier blade. You just take the blade out, sharpen it, put it back in again. Double-sided as well. So, and dead easy to get hold of still. So a very good tool. Will recommend buying all the tools if you can get them. The quality is unbelievable compared to today. Even the top brands are made in China, and they're not got the quality that this kind of stuff has. So I'll give you a whirl. That's it, all done. So I have one more over there to do, and that'll be it. And of course, you've guessed it, if you're doing anything like that, next thing is the old antiseptic. Anything with an open timber is susceptible to mould growth, and you don't want that on your brand new house you've just built. Hello YouTubers, good morning. Well, it's day 7, and so it's time to do some of the Perimishka, the studs, as I said yesterday. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll put a picture of the plan of this part that I'm doing in the video, inserted here somewhere. So, but this is the portion we're doing, and the reason it's complex had me scratching my head a bit this morning. I've been out and measuring up and whatever. Had me scratching my head because this is very important where the walls are going to go. As you know, the walls, as I've already said, under the walls must be a fire cut off. So the studs must go under the wall. Where there's a wall, must be something underneath it to block it off in case of fire, so it doesn't flip under the walls, or in the ceiling as well. So it's a case of working out exactly where the walls are going to go and putting in the studs exactly where they're going to go. There is actually, I'll turn you around, there is actually 3 more joists to put in here to bring it into line with the walls, and then a lot of studding to do. There is, I'll turn you around and show you actually. So, as you can see, we've got this slot in here where the wall's going to go. Then there is another one there, got to go. There's another 2 there to go in. There's another one over here. And then studs go in the opposite direction. This is exactly where the walls are going to go. This is going to be, that's the bathroom. That's going to be the toilet in here. And then here is going to be a big walk-in wardrobe. So a walk-in wardrobe is going to go there. and that walk-in wardrobe goes directly into the bedroom, the master bedroom there. So you can imagine it's actually a little bit narrower than this, because there's a corridor runs down here to the toilet. So but anyway, it's still a good size walk-in wardrobe, and it's still a good size bathroom and a toilet here. So you can imagine the bathroom here now. There's going to be a jacuzzi probably in that corner there, and a shower in this corner here, shower cubicle in this corner here. My wife likes baths and jacuzzis, and I prefer showers, so why not have both? We've got the space, so sod it, we'll have both. But that's my plan today, so I'll put the tripod down and as ever work through it and put it into fast forward, otherwise that'll be a very long video. Okay, see you in a bit. Wanted to take a moment to talk about measuring of studs. So really you could say, well, measure across there and we've got what, 2.5. If you look at the end, we've got 52.3, 3mm difference. So what that is this movement in this board. So if you were to measure from, if that was this way, it's 52.3 in fact. We get 51. So that's 13mm difference. If you push it that way, we get almost 54. So always measure from one end. Both ends should be the same if you do it correctly. Measure from one end so that it's all level all the way through, otherwise you're going to be putting stuff into your ball together like this. There's an example. If I was to measure in the middle, say, this one is got 52.3mm. You look at the difference. There's a massive gap in there. Look at that. So you measure from the end, pull that towards you. Then you've got a nice straight formwork. You studs are in the right spot. Although that's not in the right space. So a quick look at where I'm putting the studs here. As you can, I don't know if you can see this, how good this is on camera, but where that nail is, that is the dead centre of the wall. This is a 10cm wall. It's the toilet wall, and it's just a dividing wall. So it's in the dead centre there. So each stud is either side of the centre. So as you can see on the line, it goes along there. Get up here a bit. So it goes along the line of the wall, in the centre of the wall, down that there. And that is a firewall. I know it's only a toilet wall, but it's a firewall as well. And on the other side is the other side of the wall. So that's toilet in the middle and corridor. You've got a firewall either side. Now I need to put there are studs down the centre of that, roughly where that middle one is there on the end, down to here, and that'll be that completed basically. There's a few pieces to go in there where the wall is. Other than that, it's basically set up now and very simple. You can see where the walls are going to go. You can see the dividing wall between the bathroom and whatever. So it's all looking good anyway. Hello YouTubers, well this is the end of day 7, another long day. I'll show you what I've done, what I've accomplished, and then that's it for the night. I've had enough. So as you can see, a lot of changes in this. I've now got the studs in down this line, all down there. I've got the extra pieces in there. I've got half the studs in over there. I've got most of the little bits of studs as well in there, and some more over here. So this, all's left on this tomorrow is there is one extra piece to go in there, and I'll put a couple of studs in there just to keep it in place, and the studs across there, not many. That's what we're talking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 little bits in here and 3 little bits in there, and that'll be it. So that'll be done tomorrow, and straight after that's finished, then all this stuff, all this Dimovka, has to move across to there, and that will be that's then ready for the wall to go up, walls to go up, and while that's over there, then I can do these studs in this side. So that's the plan tomorrow, is to get that side finished up and get all this stuff over there, and then we'll see what time's like for starting on this side here. But so far so good, and with this side here is much easier. There's no strange walls to go in. It's basically squares. It's just 3 rows of studs, 3 rows of studs, 3 rows of studs. There's nothing here. This is the kind of awkward bit where you've got we've got the toilet there, and you got the bathroom, and you got a wall coming down there, which is the bathroom, and then the walk-in wardrobe, garderobe, and then you've got a corridor here, and major. So yeah, it's just a bit of faffing about getting it right, but it's just a case of following the plan. There's nothing too complex about it. It's just follow the plan along, and everything works well. I think I checked this morning. I thought I'd gone a bit doolally and got something wrong. I thought I'd put an extra meter in somewhere. I don't know why I hadn't had coffee this morning, and it turns out that that's the centre there, and we're actually 4 mil off, so it's not bad at all. I mean, 4 mil, you can't even count it, can you? It's like bending the wood kind of thing. But anyway, that's the end of day 7. I'll see you tomorrow bright and early for day 8. On YouTube, this is day 8, and done a little bit of remedial work, installed a bit of a solar panel system in so we can get a 12 volt fridge working, so I'll show you that quickly. There's one 12 volt, one 50 watt panel up there, and then inside the Vatovka we have got one 200 amp battery that was used before, and 12 volt fridge, mini fridge. On the wall we've got the old Chinese solar controller, and that's good enough to run the security cameras, although we don't really need them here, but we've got them. So that's what I've been up to this morning, and now it's on to the foundation. Well, that's it folks. This section of the flooring and studs are in. As you can see, it's all had a second coat of spray, and what the task is a lot of fiddly bits. You can see here a lot of fiddly bits in there, and here where walls are going to go, so lots of tiny cutting and lots of measuring. And up here as well, same thing, a lot of fiddly bits. So next, it's a task and a half, that's all. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for an easy bit next and do the master bedroom. The master bedroom has only one extra laggy to put in, and then it's plain sailing for that. It's straight studs all across it, very easy, very simple, very little, well, apart from measuring actual studs, they all should be roughly the same size, so very easy one. So hopefully this is day 8, and hopefully it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'll probably not get it done tomorrow, but I'll see what I can do today, what's left of the time now, and the rest of it's plain sailing really. This bit here behind me, where I'm stood on, is also very complex. There's a corridor and all sorts going in there, so that's another one that's a difficult one to do. So for now, I want to move all this stuff, decking, well, it's not decking, it's just dim off because it's laid down, all that over to there, and that one's closed up, and I can forget about that one for now, and thank God. So only moving that stuff over there. I'll see you a lot in a bit. Well, it's supposed to be a massive rain tomorrow, so I've got that timber covered up, and I've got that covered up, and I've got that covered up, and I've got the tools covered up, and the electric covered up, everything covered up, and I'll show you how it looks now. So I did shift this Domofka, that were over here. Now that's completed, that's there over there, a nice flat platform. I can walk over there, it's safe. So this is a beautiful, now of course they're not in their proper places yet, because obviously there's a wall going to go in right there, up there, so these are going to be moved back a bit, and of course we'll have space there for the first wall, so these will be moved back here. Once that's finished, it won't be tomorrow with the rain, but the day after tomorrow, these will be moved into there a little bit, and then that'll all be put planks on as well to make a nice platform. This is a beautiful, this is a great way of doing stuff, because like, it's safe, you're not going to fall through it or anything like that, and it's lovely and flat, so you build a wall directly on this and then raise the wall, flip them up into position, so it's a nice safe place to do it, anything. So you put like 2 planks down or 3 planks down or something, and what, like I did over there, Chance are you're going to, while you're trying to raise the wall, slip to one side and go through it. I know it's only like, it's actually, the piles are 60, and then you got 20 for the Abiaska, which makes it 80, and then 15, so almost a metre. And if you fall a metre, it doesn't sound a lot, but blooming heck it hurts if you fall through it. So not a wise move. Then apart from that, this is now ready for the studs on the next rain-free day. It should be day after. Actually, tomorrow's the last day of rain. It's forecasting for like 2 weeks of pure sunshine. So in that 2 weeks, I'm expecting to get all of these studs in, and well, if not all the walls up, a good bit of the walls up. So yeah, that's how it looks so far. It's all looking good, and there we go. I can give you an idea of the size of the place from above. That's the kind of size of the property. So we've got 14 metres that way, 9 up there, then you lose a bit, and then you gain a bit up here. In fact, I think that's 8 actually. Then this is 9, and then down this bit here is 9 as well. So that's the kind of size, 14 by 9 roughly. So yeah, it's starting to take shape very well. I am very happy with progress, slow though it may be, but I know there's people out there who say that, you know, you can do it a lot faster. You're absolutely right, but I'm on my own, and when you're on your own, it takes time, it takes effort. You're measuring all the time. You've got to measure, come back and fetch stuff. You know, it's okay saying YouTube videos where they're putting it up in built a house in 3 days, and they're only showing you the nice bits, aren't they? You know, they're not showing you the whole thing. I'm showing the whole thing here without any lies, without any waffle about how quick you can do it. It takes time, there is no doubt about it. If this was a brigade of 3, a group of 3 builders, this I would expect to put up in about 6 weeks with the roof as well. On my own, I'm expecting, I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I was sort of planning 3 months of work on this on my own. That's the frame and the roof, and then everything else comes on after. The actual wall finish, the siding is very, very fast. That's really easy, that stuff. This is the kind of complex bit. You've got to get the studs in the right places for the walls to go into the right places and all that. So this is slow work. Anyway, that's the end of day 8, and I will see you on, well, it's not tomorrow because it's rain tomorrow, so tomorrow is a day of go to town and do a bit of admin, get some bits and pieces. But I'll see you on day 9, or working day 9, building day 9, the day after tomorrow. Okay, see you then.